Hello, my name is Philip and this is 4 Phrasal Verbs. In this video, I'm going to be talking about phrasal verbs that can be used in shopping situations. They are try on, take back, shop around and run out. You can see the times that each of those phrasal verbs start along with the time of the quick quiz and comment practice. So if you want to, you can jump straight to one of those phrasal verbs or part of the video. You can either use YouTube's chapter dividers or there are quick jump links in the text description. Just to let you know that this video contains real world examples, mostly from the BBC and not from Twitter this time. So let's get started. Try on is separable and transitive, and it means to wear a piece of clothing in order to see whether it fits or whether it's suitable. Now, if you go to a shop, what you would do is you would do that in the changing rooms. So you'd go to the shop assistant and you'd say, "Excuse me, where are the changing rooms? I'd like to try this on or these on." So let's look at my sample sentences. Sally always tried on her new clothes as soon as she got home. And Jack never bothered to try on clothes before he bought them. Some real world examples. Will virtual clothes transform how we shop? The London College of Fashion is exploring how mixed reality could change online shopping habits with technology that allows you to try on clothes virtually. Now, mixed reality is generally called augmented reality, and it's an application that allows you to use your phone and you can see what the clothes would look like, which sounds pretty cool. And then the next one is to do with the pandemic and the coronavirus. Number 3, to touch or not to touch. The British Retail Consortium's guidance is that customers should be discouraged from handling products, touching products that they're not going to buy. But the policy very much varies from retailer to retailer. At Selfridges, shoppers can try on shoes and the footwear will be sanitized afterwards. So somebody will come along and spray them. Take back is separable and transitive, and it means to return something to the shop from which you bought it because it is broken or not suitable in some way. Now, if you buy something online and a courier comes or you package it and then take it to a post office or something, that's not taking it back, that's sending it back. So when you take it back, you physically go back to a place where you can return it. So let's look at my sample sentences. Jack preferred buying things from a shopping centre because it was easy to take things back. And Sally liked shopping for clothes online because she didn't have to take them back if she didn't like them. So let's look at some real world examples. Here we go. This is from a shop, Second Life. That's not the name of the shop. When you no longer wear your clothes, we take them back. Pieces still in perfect condition are given a good as new cleaning and resold through our Renew program. Now, pieces means pieces of clothing. And the next one is from a frequently asked questions page. And do you take everything back? We'll do our best to take care of you, but from time to time we cannot accommodate a return. So what they're saying, we will do our best to help you, but there might be some circumstances where we are unable to take your clothes back. Shop around is inseparable and intransitive, and it means to consider a number of options in order to choose the one which is most suitable or the one you want. Now, I need to tell you that you do this not just for products or clothes, but for services as well. For example, if you're looking for a new aerobics class or a yoga class or Pilates or any type of class, for example, you would look at all of the different options available, the different teachers, the times, and decide which one is most suitable for you. The important point is that you're paying for it. If you're looking on YouTube, for example, for an English video, you're not shopping around because you're not paying for those. Well, not strictly in money, you're paying in time and having to watch the adverts, but you're not paying yourself for those. So you only shop around when you pay, and it's for anything that you buy. Okay, here are my sample sentences. Sally always shopped around when she visited markets in new cities. And Jack never bought a car without shopping around first. Let's look at some real world examples. All right, this first one is from the BBC, and it's talking about the BBC. And I won't read all of the text, just the end part, and it says, at least you can shop around with gas and electric, unlike the BBC, who you are stuck with if you want to watch any live TV. Now, in case you don't know, in the UK, you have to pay what's called a TV license. If you live in the UK and you have a television, you have to. You have no choice, and there are fines if you don't. And this person is saying, but with gas and electric, I can go to different suppliers. But in the case of television, if I have a television, I have to pay for it. And he's really referring, or she's really referring to live television. This person thinks that the BBC does live television better than anybody else. And the next one is also from the BBC, and this is about funerals, which is a sad topic. But what it's saying is one comparison site, Beyond, that's the name of the comparison site, said that the UK's funeral sector had been allowed to become like the Wild West. Yeehaw! Pew! Okay, not like that, but it's still true that very few people, only 4%, actually shop around. So what they're talking about is when somebody dies and you need to pay for the funeral, people don't go to different funeral parlours, that's the name of the companies that do the funerals, they just normally go with the one that they've always gone with, even if it's more expensive, because they don't see the other prices. Run out is inseparable and intransitive, and it means to have nothing left, to have used it all. Now, this is a really good example of what happened during the pandemic, because you might have gone to the supermarket and found that the toilet paper had run out because people were panic buying. They were thinking, oh my God, I need toilet paper. Not food, but toilet paper. So they were panic buying in many, many cases. So let's look at my sample sentences. Jack hated it when the supermarket ran out of his favourite foods. And I agree with that. And one of the reasons Sally hated the sales was because they ran out of her size so quickly. So let's look at the real world examples. This is from BBC Future. What happens when we run out of food? That's the headline. Well, hopefully we'll never find out. And then the next one is from BBC News. Can governments ever run out of money? Well, I don't know about governments, but I certainly can, and it's not much fun. So there you go. How much do you remember? Let's find out. Here it is, the comment practice, and really, I'm not sure why I keep doing it because not very many people actually use it, but I do believe it's a really good thing to do, so it stays in the videos for now. As always, the comment practice is for you to write one long sentence or short paragraph about each phrasal verb. Try to use something that's real or is related to your life, because it will be easier for you to remember and then use subsequently in the future. If you can, if you're an advanced student and you want to somehow use all of them in one long story, that would be great. And in this case, because it's themed around shops, it shouldn't be too hard, in fact. Post them in the comments and I will respond. Well, thanks for watching. I hope it was useful. This is a subscription button. If and only if you think my content is useful, please consider subscribing. This is a playlist of some other themed phrasal verbs, and this is a video that YouTube thinks will be really interesting for you based on what you've been watching. And remember, do something every single day to improve your English. See ya.